Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts, and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, guys. Let's take a look on the gold market. So the analysis that we have made today, the fundamental factors tells that overall background right now, fundamental background stands not in favor of the immediate upward rally continuation, just because some events have happened. So we know that phase one agreement has been signed between the United States and China. Middle East conflict shows some relief. The United States shows really not bad statistics in the last week, and technically gold stands at overbought, because the net position stands at all-time highs currently, which suggests some relief, maybe either retracement or even some reversal, some deeper action. Besides, in speedier fund statistics shows that the positions of in physical gold by the investors starts to contract. So the investors already start to sell the physical gold, and I think that sooner or later, but this will make impact, and it will be reflected in the price action of the gold in nearest time. But this is in perspective for a few weeks. In the shorter term, market could rise a bit more because currently it stands not at overbought, and it still has significant upside momentum that has been formed here on the market. It holds the previous lows, and an attempt of the downside breakout of the weekly lows that we talked about last week has failed. So market just has tested them and returned it back up, and that makes us think that from the tactical point of view, market could climb slightly higher. So the 1580 areas could be reached. That's actually our target. 1582, the major resistance of the whole downward action, 618 level, which comes from the bread and butter setup. Currently, we do not have the clear bread and butter because we have to apply softer conditions to this trade. But the Chart Napoli market has to reach the fib level within the three closes below 3x3, and then starts upward action. So in general, this completed. It's 1, 2, 3 closes below 3x3. Market has hit major support. Now it's standing in upward action. But overall action is not very strong. And it makes me think that before the more active phase of the upward action will start, market could show another downward retracement, deep downward retracement. Speaking on the daily chart, guys, this setup mostly is based on these lows. So until market keeps these lows valid, without any breaking it down, it keeps chances on upward continuation. Whether this will be very slow and gradual, just lazy climbing to the upside, or it will be faster action, no matter. These lows have the really vital meaning for the market. Once market will break them down, it will mean just one thing, that market is going lower. So that's why here we still consider, and we'll keep an eye on price action on the next week, whether it will form some pattern that could put the background for an upward action to at least to the 1582 target. That's our task for the coming week. And situation stands so that actually we have just one potential setup that could work. Actually, I have mentioned it last week, and this is reverse head and shoulders pattern. So it's a bit wide with the deep shoulders, but still this is kind of the shape that really could be formed on the market. Here we also have some bullish divergence in MACD, and on the next week we'll keep an eye on first on the deep retracement somewhere back to the 1540 area. It corresponds to the bottom of this shoulder, and then maybe we could get starting of some upward action. So something of that sort we could get. So that's our target. At least that's following by the Chart Napoli stop is 1582 bread and butter trade. Also, guys, this pattern is important to us because we could use it for opposite scenario. So the identification of when the situation will go wrong. If market will fail to hold here, will fail to start upward action, starts dropping below these lows, that will be early sign that probably bullish scenario will not happen, and we should be ready for the further drop. So that's also useful for the bears as well. Just keep an eye on what will happen. While we think that here should be some downward action, because of the situation on the hourly chart, guys, actually you can see that on the hourly chart we have the bearish divergence. Market stands right now at agreement resistance because we have the completed XOP target of this A, B, C bottom. And on the daily chart, you could see that, on the follow time frame chart, market stands at the 1564 resistance. So that's agreement resistance where market stands right now. Also take a look, 127 extension has been completed as well. So from this recent retracement, 127, and the market starts dropping. And also we have the divergence. So that makes us think that indeed we could get some downward action. At least it's suggested by our patterns we have here, and that we will keep an eye on. So it means that those of you who would like to go long and still to complete the potential bullish tactical trade, short-term trade that we could get, should keep an eye on an area somewhere between 1540, 1545, somewhere in this area. It potentially could be the point where we could consider taking the long position. This point is also attractive just because it could lead us to place very tight stop, because our stops should be somewhere below these lows. If market suddenly will drop below it, well, hardly it will return it back up and will reestablish our protection. So if you have the bearish view, you need to wait and see for 2 moments. First, either erasing of this scenario, as I said, which means opposite thing. So you should wait for breakout of these lows, or you could even use the stop entry order below these lows. Or second scenario, if this scenario still will work, you need to wait when it will be completed. You will get some kind of the godless triple to sales around this area. That could let you a chance to go short. So that's approximately 2 scenarios that we will keep an eye on in the coming week.